The Kraken had been through hell and back and were still standing. The crew of the Kraken, a submarine in a post-apocalyptic universe, had managed to survive the fallout, but it had not been easy. After months of searching, the crew had finally found a safe place to call home, an ancient underwater ruin. It had been a stroke of luck that the crew had found the ruin, and they had been able to make it their own. But now, they wanted to expand their home beyond the depths of the sea. They wanted to explore the land above, to find new resources that could help them in their mission. The crew had discussed the plan for days, and had finally come to the conclusion that it was their only option. The crew of the Kraken had decided to explore the surface, and find a new home above the waves. However, the crew was soon met with a harsh reality. The surface was not what they had expected. It was a wasteland of scorched earth, the radiation from the fallout still lingering in the air. The crew had no idea how they would be able to survive in such conditions. But the crew of the Kraken was determined, and they pressed on. After weeks of searching, the crew stumbled upon an abandoned city. It was a miracle that the city had survived the fallout, and the crew was thrilled to find it. They quickly set to work, cleaning up the city and making it livable. The crew was able to find enough resources to last them for months, and the city was now a viable option for a new home. The crew of the Kraken had made it, and they had found a new home on the surface. They had found a place where they could build a new life, a place where they could finally put the horrors of the past behind them. But the crew of the Kraken had one final task to do. They had to find a way to protect their new home from the dangers of the post-apocalyptic world. They had to find a way to keep their new home safe from the dangers of the outside world. The crew of the Kraken decided to build a wall around the city, to keep out any potential threats. They also placed sentries around the perimeter of the city, to watch for any signs of danger. The crew of the Kraken had created a safe haven for themselves, a place where they could finally start to rebuild their lives. The crew of the Kraken had found a new home, a safe place to call their own. They had survived the fallout, and now they were ready to start their new lives. The crew of the Kraken had done what many thought was impossible, and they had found a new life in the ruins of the post-apocalyptic world.